All right. I do believe everything's in working order. So, happy leftover Turkey Day, everyone. I had a good Thanksgiving. I think most everyone had a good Thanksgiving. Of course, more people celebrate the holiday that happens today than they celebrate Thanksgiving. So, take that for what you will. But regardless, I figure, on a holiday or whatever have you, being thankful, I'd like to play something I supremely enjoy. Another one of my favorite indie games. One I really enjoy. I accidentally discovered EG way back when I was like finding a bunch of free games to play when I was younger. So stuff like this. There was a horror game I remember playing that I really liked called The White Chamber. That was actually pretty good for a free short horror game. And if I go any further down that rabbit hole, I will just it'll never end. It'll never end. So, anyways, back when I did my review for EG, Daniel Ramar, the developer, actually got in contact with me to let me know that he was working on a version of the game that'll run in modern Windows. Because that was what I said was my biggest downside, is you need a virtual machine to get it running, because Windows 10 just, it loathes and despises it, because it wasn't using the latest version of GameMaker. So he got around to doing that, and not only did he do it, he added in new content to the game too. He added in full passive weapons. He added in new ending screens. The soundtrack got a little bit of a quality buff from what I heard. Might not actually be different, but I didn't really play it with the high quality sounds before. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get that started in just a second here. Oh, and as another fun update, I have now successfully managed to get a capture card. So I would like to do that follow-up I said a while back, where I go ahead and be Condemned 2. I'm really looking forward to that. So, we're going to go ahead and get this set up. There we go. Okay. And welcome to EG. So, I had a little bit of extra time while I was doing this. So I made a couple little extra side panel things and everything in the background in Flash. Since the game, we're going to be running it in windowed mode, it doesn't really have a good full screen mode because 800 by 600. I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, banana secret! I have that playing in the background just as something there, so it's not just, static black. I was going to do like a light pulse in the back too, but I just threw this together really quickly. Anyways, let us go. Oh, man, it's been a while. So, I did not import my old save. I have that backed up in a folder somewhere. I actually wanted to go into this new version completely fresh. So we're pretty much going to be starting exactly where you always start with this. Let me check. What's going on with the audio? Hang on. I'm going to lower that just a little bit. There we go. Okay. And we're all set. So... I have confidence I could probably go through this game again hard, but I'm going to stick with normal, just because I'm not actually sure how the new weapons work. So, let's go. Now, EG was almost entirely created by one guy, Daniel Ramar. And he's gone on to make some other really good games. If you ever heard of the games It'll Do 1 and 2, he made those as well. I would highly recommend playing them too. But this was one of his... free-to-play games that he worked on extensively, and even as of a couple of years ago, he still updates it. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna read out everything. I've read a lot of it before, but I'll keep everything up for a couple of seconds just to give you a chance to read it if you don't know the story. The story for EG is actually pretty good. The setup is very basic, but the characters, the backstories for a lot of them. Everything that happens to them is really interesting. He put a lot of work into making you care about a lot of the characters in this. And kind of a neat little moral dilemma system where you can go through the game pacifist, or you can just go full, you know, balls to the walls, murder every alien on sight. But there's little itty bitty things that affect dialogue while you're going through the game, and it's really cool to see that. Gotta be quiet so you can enjoy some of this soundtrack. So, yeah, you play as the eponymous EG during an alien invasion where they're essentially going around, well, murdering every single human to try to take back their planet. And that's the only setup you're given at the beginning. Again, sounds pretty basic. You play as a character who had a nano shield built into her to try to combat the alien invasion. And along with that, she's given a weapon that she can actually use as multiple weapons to get the job done. Congratulations, Iji. You are no longer human. How does it feel? Also, the thing I like about Iji's character, she reacts like how anyone would react to a situation like this. It's very realistic. You know, you wake up, you get told you're a cyborg. It's like, I'm not coping with this. Not today. And it keeps going as the game goes on. Crotera. Alright, well, I'm not going to go too much into the tutorial side of things. So, EG is very much a pseudo-linear Metroidvania. The whole game plays out in chapters. And, again, I'm going to see if we can go full pacifist. So, again, one of the things that got added in with this new version of the game was you have the ability to switch all of your lethal weapons over to passive ones. So I can switch over to the stun gun here, and it literally just kind of does what it says on the tin. It'll just stun enemies. There we go. Oh yeah, forgot. We should do a bit of secret hunting while we're up here too. So while you're playing through the game, there are unlockable posters, little secrets and everything that you can find. Infamously before, I remember Daniel used to say that it's like, no, you don't really get too much for unlocking any of this. But as the game progressively got more and more developed, you got more and more for finding all the secrets. My absolute favorite secret in this whole game is still one called the Scrambler, which completely screws with all the dialogue. So these three journal entries here pretty much explain the experiments they were doing on EG to try to combat the Tazen. Go. Yep, and every single time you find one of the posters, and some of them are very, very tricky to find, they get permanently unlocked So you never have to worry about, you know, going and looking for them again. There's a couple of secrets and everything you get for permanent unlocks. Bonk. And here we are. So now the real game sort of begins. Actually, it doesn't technically begin until we get, I should pick up those rockets. There we go. Until we've gotten the hacking skill, which you don't actually get a chance to unlock until the next level. Which is actually funny, because there's a secret skill that you can get in this that you desperately need to know to find every secret in this. What it is it's, while you can go around and hack all these panels and everything else, enemies' shields are also hackable, and it's another thing you can do if you're trying to do a pacifist or a non-pacifist run. But Ichi can actually hack herself, so if you duck down, tap C, I believe it's 4 times, then Z once, you'll see that this comes up so that you can hack your own shield. What that does is it's pretty much a, wow, I completely lost the term for it. A respec. So that you can go to any panel here and reapply any of your skills. Don't really need to worry about too much in this first run. In previous versions of the game, there were a bunch of panels strewn all over the place that had very specific skills you could level up. It was done primarily to make sure that you couldn't cheese through parts of the game, but in this version of it, Dan got rid of all of them, made it so that just one panel lets you level up any skill you want, which is just really nice, especially when you're trying to speedrun it. And you can find your little sister's ribbons scattered around. Jeez. Forgetting how the controls work. Does the stun gun work on the ribbons? It does. I am surprised he did not shoot a rocket at me. Oh yeah, and while we're talking about AG, special mention needs to go to the soundtrack, which is just, well, it's really good. It's utterly fantastic. Reading dialogue entries is actually very important throughout the game, because not only is it your primary source of any backstory, current events that are going on with a lot of the characters, but a lot of secret techniques and weapon fusions for creating new weapons will be in each and every one of them. That's what Dan explains, that, you know, they're not people, they're actually aliens. Now, I need a skill of 3 in order to pick up this gun, but the cool thing about it is, again, you have passive and lethal versions of each and every weapon. So you can get, say, a stronger version of your stun gun that just leaves an impact. So, say, like that. Stuns them for a little bit. And if you're wondering why I'm doing that, well... Oh, I must have missed one. Ah! Okay, so if you hit every single ceiling lamp on the way out, Dan chimes in, is like, yeah, about those ceiling lamps. And when it shows Ichi's portrait, she has glass shards all over her head. She's like, what? He's like, nothing. I was kind of hoping to show it, but I completely missed it. Good job, mate. All right, it's up to 2 now. May be able to convince him. I can't tell you yet. I'm Dan, and I'm incredibly vague about everything we talk about. Was really well stealthed. No, it's not. Yep, and these just tell you how to do the hacking, which is pretty simple. It works almost exactly like the little pipe dream minigame from BioShock. But you can hack just about everything with the proper levels. Resonance Disruptor is one of the best weapons in the entire game, but I'm absolutely positive. So, when you did a pacifist run in the original versions of EG, you could use the Resonance Disruptor to shoot out a shield. Actually, the original version of it looks like this. And it could deflect any shots back at other enemies. So, mostly it was primarily used for the missiles and the plasma weapons, but it would reflect them back. Those reflected shots do not count as kills for you. Now, though, in this new version of the game, reflected shots do count for kills. Hey, how's it going? Oh, yeah. Oh, no? Oh, no. Time for cheat codes. There we go. Perfect. Now we got that. Put these together. And we got the Buster Gun now. Funnily enough, in a rather fun little thing you can do in this, in order to do a full pacifist run, you actually need to make the strongest weapon in the entire game, so you can blow open a core later on. That just kind of tells you what kind of crap you have to do in order to find everything in this game. Making the strongest weapon in existence for both of these alien races is required to do a pacifist run. You don't use it on anyone, you just use it to blow open a door. Full health. 2 points in strength. These. We're not going to need the weapon. Can I get around you without dying? Yep, okay. Be able to get past him just quick enough to do this. Yep. Perfect. This is EG. This is one of my favorite free indie games from a guy called Daniel Ramar. I highly recommend this to anyone, especially if you like Metroidvania-style games with kick-ass soundtracks, decent plot, lots of secrets and unlockables. It's good fun. Oh yeah, so you actually need a rocket launcher in order to open this. We're not gonna worry about that until later. Actually, I'm just remembering, I don't think I can get back up there now because I activated the elevator. Oh well. Nope, not here. If you do your weapon fusion correctly, you can actually break in through there with a rocket launcher. Oh, yep, this is new. I haven't read this one before. You know the ones access pressing in there. Here's what I found out. First off, all passive weapons are strictly non-lethal, so if you're worried about your kill count, you can safely use them as much as you like. Your attack set not only increases the stun duration of the stun gun, it also increases the range of the impact machine. Oh, cool. Finally, the Resonance Disruptor will totally destroy most projectiles and prevent them from exploding, and its nullifying barrier also lasts longer than the higher your attack settings. Wow. We'll be back with the lowdown weapons later. Do your own research in the meantime. That's actually pretty handy. So, even with a passive build, or passive run in the game, there's incentive to keep putting up your attack stat. Let's see what we get. Yeah, partial invisibility. Now, those little things on the ground are called blitz. They are indestructible, but Very handy for when you're trying to kill enemies, because if a blick kills them, it doesn't count for you. And high jump. Run faster, jump higher. And back down. Nope, there's another ribbon. Some rat must have dragged it. Yeah. So, I really don't want to spoil a lot of sections of the story for this game. Because a lot of it's really good. I had to make sure I didn't kill him. Wait, no! Oh, okay, good. If you kick that towards an enemy and it kills them, it counts for you. Alright. Head back down here. I think I can get that other... Oh, wait. Shit, I can't. Oh, is there another weapon fusion thing around here? I don't think my crack's high enough for it, though. Son of a gun. I'm forgetting how to play this game all over again. It's only been a couple years. It's fine. Only played a couple dozen, hundreds of games since then. It's fine. This is a good game to forget how to play, though. Oh, yeah. There's another one. We can find a level up panel, actually. Don't do it! You did it. So, here's a funny thing. I think it has to be 5. Yeah. So, you get up to this door here, and Dan's just like, oh, hey, Itchy, so, yeah, that door, you can't open it yet. Your crack's not high enough. You're not skilled enough for that. Try hacking it, but I doubt you can handle it. It's like, oh, what's that supposed to mean? What? The door's hard to crack. Jeez. I can't hear you when you whisper like that. Yeah? Well, that's like your opinion, man. There we go. I think. There we go. Okay. I don't have the other weapon yet. So, yeah, this is the Resonance Reflector. This is the skill that lets you reflect enemy shots back at them. But again, for a pacifist run, we just have to stick with the regular disruptor. Shoot me. Dan's all concerned. He's like, oh, you probably shouldn't go in there. There's a big enemy that you cannot take on. I mean, you can, if you want to throw yourself at a wall for a good short time. Yeah. That's no good. Yeah, I forgot I didn't put any points into health. Good job, me. Yep. That's that. The thing about EG, when you die, you have to start the sector all over again. So it's always a good idea to put points into health and not be a complete and absolute moron like me. Just keep that in mind if you decide to play this game yourself. So yeah, I'm not going to focus on too many of the secrets for this then, because if I do, then I'm literally just going to be killing myself over and over. And again, I haven't actually found out what a lot of the new stuff in this is, so I'll just have to do a regular normal playthrough first. Excuse me. No, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Yep, thank you. me. Right. So thankfully we don't have to waste any time doing this. Just that down. Now, EG still gets consistently speedran to this day. And there's actually somewhat of a community for it, which surprised me, because it's just this, like, little known indie game, I feel. I mean, there's a lot of people that definitely know what EG is, but not as many as I would like. So anytime I see this game come up during, like, Awesome Games Done Quick, Summer Games Done Quick, it's a pleasant surprise. I love seeing people run this game, because if you're very proficient at it and you know what you're doing, you can beat it in just about half an hour. There's a lot of skips, there's a lot of using a certain weapon that flings you around all over the place. It's pretty good. Yep, well, they're cutting themselves down. Oh, please kill the other one. Thank you. Also, for a free-to-play game, EG is very incredibly polished, very well developed. You know, the problem we have with a lot of indie games or garbo nonsense that shows up on friggin' Steam. Most all of it's just half-finished, half-baked, or just it's just no good at all. You're literally getting an executable that lets you run around some empty field, and apparently that's worth $10. Which is a majority of Steam's entire thing. I heard recently, actually, Steam was cracking down on that. I heard they removed about 100 or 1,000 or so games from the platform. Not all of them were complete crap, though. Some developers got their games removed for basically no reason other than nobody bought them, which is incredibly disheartening, especially if you want to put anything on Steam, which is going to be yet another notch in Epic's belt, where they're going to be going like, oh yeah, you know, Steam's getting rid of all these games. You should come over and see us. You should come over and check all of our stuff out. We're really cool. We got Borderlands 3. We got all this stuff you guys can have yet. You know what we just put on there lately? You guys will love this. We put Rune 2 in there. It's such a good game. It's so good. Did you like the first Rune? Did you like it? Well, you'll fucking hate this because they... I feel bad for Human Head. I really do. Rune 2 feels like it was horribly, incredibly rushed. I was looking forward to that. I really liked the first game when I was a kid. And just seeing the status, let me put that very nicely, the condition, that game is in right now, it's sad. And the best part is literally the day the game was released, they shut the studio down. Bethesda picked them back up again and put them under their label. Just insane. I almost failed that crack. I wasn't even thinking about it. There we go. Alright, yeah, I'm not going to bother with trying to do the crack up there, because I'm not going to try to fight him. So yeah, if you build up your armor skills and your health, you can pretty much pacifist your way through this whole game by letting everyone else beat the shit out of you. Which is a very passive-aggressive pacifist, I guess you could say. Oh no, it's okay, don't mind me, I can take the beatings. Please don't hurt me, no, seriously. We're gonna do crack 5. Get out of here. Robots don't count as kills. Pump the crap out of them as much as you like. Ah, nuts! I forgot. Wait, hang on. No, I should be able to reach that. Yep, okay, good. Yeah, you don't want to be standing next to that. There's another poster. This poster actually tells you one of the abilities you can do if you look very closely at it. It's pretty neat. an alien you'll see mentioned a lot in the logs is Yukapacera. You can actually fight Yukapacera, and he is probably the single hardest enemy in the entire game. You do, if you're going after him, you don't want to be doing a pacifist run at all. Because if you kill him, that's how you get the Scrambler, which the Scrambler is just amazing. It screws with everyone's dialogue. So instead of Dan being, your mysterious older brother who refuses to tell you everything because it's really fucking bad out there, he instead decides to go like, oh, well, E.G., you shouldn't judge the measure of a man by how many ponies with missiles he has, but I have 5, so I'm better than you. Also, occasionally, anytime a character says ellipses, they'll just pronounce it like ... It's pretty good. If I remember correctly, if you stand here long enough, you see an Easter egg. I'm not gonna bother with it. Program assemble display one of our suits, heat sense from the turret. The machine, quite simply, counts the little aliens killed. I believe we've taken the expression terminally bored to new heights. Being able to go around and hack everything. One of the aliens puts a little message on here so you can hack it back to say cracked by AG. Losers. This game is chock full of fun stuff like this. Again, it bears repeating and mentioning. This game is completely free and was worked on in the spare time by a really talented indie dev. I highly recommend this to just about everybody. Don't shoot a missile, don't shoot a missile, don't shoot a missile. Thank you! We're gonna need that later. There's more content in this than games I paid for. Easily. Alright, we're at the end of the level. And this is where Eiji finally realizes that everything's going to shit. Don't go out there, Eiji. I'm going to. Do it. You can't stop me, Dan. Let's see what the Tazen spaceship looks like. Can't be that bad out there. It's pretty bad out there. Gee. I told you not to do it. Yeah, at this point in the game, they've essentially wiped out almost the entirety of humanity. And the worst part about it is, it's not as bad as it gets, because it gets worse. You also get endgame ranks, depending on how much damage and cracks that you've done throughout the game. I think they unlock stuff, if I remember correctly, they do. Okay, Sector 3. Here's where we're about to come up on our first boss fight. I'm actually curious how it's going to work without being able to reflect weapons at them, though. Alright, get ready for the music to blast you in your ears. And here's where Dan will always mention how much killing you've done throughout the way. It's like, oh, you're more pacifistic than I expected. Oh, that's good in a way. Just remember that aliens, you know? Now, there's a good window. there is a way to get up to that window. You're gonna think it's absolutely hilarious. Now, if you haven't killed any aliens throughout the entire game so far, these ones will just straight up talk to you and won't kill you. Vitalica here is actually, well, you'll see when we get there. It's impossible to kill. You haven't killed a single one of us, despite being armed to the teeth. And we don't want to kill humans anyway, so, yeah, let's do that. So Vitalica pretty much tells you, yeah, you don't want to go up and try to speak to Croterra because, you know, you'll die. I don't remember if you can actually touch them or not. Might have been something Dan updated before. I've gone through this game so much I kind of half pay attention to some of the dialogue too, so that's on me. Now they're like, don't go around and hack the turrets, but they won't see you hack these over here. So it really doesn't matter. Just don't hack the turrets in their vicinity. Or touch them, for that matter. If you touch them, they get really angry. Actually, I don't remember if they do. Huh. I'm not gonna risk it. Back down. I am going to need the rockets. There should be a tasing weapon. I'm going to need one more level in order to use them. A lot of the diary entries, you'll find out that humans weren't the original species on this planet. Actually, the aliens invading were. Don't dawdle. All right. Oh, nope, I missed something already. Oh well. Now, these here, actually, these spheres, they will give you certain powers, and those powers also depend on if you're going for pacifist or, you know, just going around killing aliens. If you're a pacifist, most of the time it'll give you stuff that gives you damage when... damage, yes, good English there, man! Ammo when you get damaged. Or, it'll make you invisible so you can sneak by enemies, but it gives you a lot of damage buffs and everything, too, if you're going around, you know, just straight up genocide. Alright, so here's the last one we need for that. It is actually possible to get over, actually. Now that this is here, because originally you couldn't get past this door, because you had to go all the way around in order to get the proper panels. But now that we can just, you know, do this panel wherever we want. I'm gonna see if we can just straight up open this. Yeah, we should be able to. Whoops. I'm pushing the wrong buttons. Crack to 10, and get through the door. Oh god. I forgot about this. Easy. Okay. So, one of the secrets you find out in here is actually about the posters. Like, we're pretty sure there's exactly one poster in each sector of the complex. For some reason. Anyways, it seems that rocket jumping is a good way to reach some of them. Yes. Rocket jumping. Blowing yourself up with rockets is the way to find secrets in this game. So not only do you want to buff up your health, you also want to have a countless supply of rockets. And again, some of this is required for going through this game pacifist. A lot of the secrets and everything in this are literally stuff that people would do for like speed running, skipping levels, sequence breaking the game. No, it's just casually what you do to find secrets in this. Namely, blow yourself across with a knockback of a nuke. If only it wasn't so difficult to get your hands on one. Yeah, a nuke will always send you flying backwards no matter what. So if you're trying to get up to a certain area, you just shoot off the nuke and fly backwards. Velocithor. The Velocithor is the weapon I was talking about earlier that you need to complete a pacifist run. Again, strongest weapon in the game. Need it to not kill anybody. Should. Man, all this would be a lot easier if we had some maps in this place to go by. Oh yeah, that is what you get for the posters, yep. You get access to a teleporter to an area called Sector Z. Sector Z is fun. I'll just leave it at that. It's fun. And thankfully you don't have to get all the posters in one run in order to see it. Son of a gun. That's going to count as a failed crack for this whole run. Now well. That's health a little bit more. Okay, what's the one that increases the strength of your armor? Just really need that. Ah, whatever. Crack. Put those points into the crack skill. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna need to get our hands on a rocket launcher. Yeah, so you'll notice, going for pacifist, you can essentially just walk your way through this entire level. Alright, we got ourselves a rocket launcher. Now, I forget what level strength you needed. Because one of the secrets involves kicking an enemy without killing them so that they can blow you up with a rocket launcher. Alright. I think I'll stop reading logs for the time being. Again, if you do decide to play this game, I would recommend taking the time to read the logs. Because the story for EG is, again, the setup is very basic, but the game itself, the characters, their backstories, the universe it makes, is very, very good. There's actually a little bit of a secret here if you decide not to read any of these logs. But I'm going to go ahead and read them here. I haven't put a single point in Kamados. Pardon me. Please don't kill me. Back here. Three and 5? Nope. 1 and 3. Ah, yep, there was 1 and 3. Oh, nuts. I don't have the thing to open that. Son of a bitch. Pardon me. One of the weapons that you can actually put together can open that door. I am an idiot and did not do it. Of course, I could just crack my shield right here. Yeah, if you don't read any of the logbooks, EG here will actually just say, I have no idea about these new aliens I haven't seen. I don't. Alright. So now, I'm gonna see if... We're gonna have to break the truce, aren't we? So we can get the secret. Alright, you need to get closer to this ledge. There we go. Oh! Nope, nope. Strength of 4. That's what I thought. Please. Oh, son of a... I screwed this all up. I screwed this all up. Because I'm going to need at least 1 health to survive that rocket. Oh, we got health here. Good. I screwed this up. Come here. I'm right here. Woohoo. Nope. Get up that ramp. Stay there. Okay, get over here. Up here. Yep, up here. Let's go. Made it. Old guard tower out here, decorated with some things and posted. And this is how you get the 3rd poster. Congratulations, we broke the truce for that. Thankfully, we still didn't kill anyone. We've just mildly annoyed them. Alright, first boss fight time. Down to their last colony. The thing that you find out when you read all the entry logs is the Tazen actually came to Earth to run away from the other aliens, the Kamado. They're the last of their kind, too. I admit I sort of broke it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to actually do the boss fight, because I broke the truce to get the secret. So, that's it for that pacifist run, I guess. We're just not doing this now. If you're going full pacifist, the character from Reflector, she, kills Kratera for you. Hey, how's it going, dude? Shoot another rocket. You know you want to do it. Come on. It's not a rocket at all. Come here. Come here. There you go. I don't want it. I interrupted the rocket. Looks like that didn't go very well. Still trying to beat Shenmue. Oh, yeah. I'm going through Shenmue 3 at a pretty good pace. I think I'm near the end of it now. An idea that just might work. Well, that screws us out of a pacifist run. So, yeah. Well, since we have the poster unlocked, technically, I'm gonna be that guy, and we're gonna speed around this level. There we go. So, don't mind me too much. Shouldn't take me more than a couple of minutes to actually get through this. I am going to pick up every single bit of nanotech we can. Actually, speaking of Shenmue 1 and 2 HD, I found an incredible mod that someone did for those that bumped the games up to a natural widescreen resolution. It looks phenomenal. The game kind of it feels like it's just how the game was always meant to be presented in that way. And pairs up very nicely now that, you know, Shenmue 3 is a thing that exists and you can play, and just, that amazes me still, that I can look over at my PS4 and go, oh yeah, Shenmue 3 is a thing, yeah, man. Alright, well, I'm not going to focus on strength this time, because, yeah, let's not. Again, with the posters, like I was mentioning before, though, once you've seen one, it's permanently unlocked. You don't have to unlock it again. Which is why we can go ahead and just restart this and keep it going. One of the posters is actually a supreme pain in the ass. The game kind of lampshades it a little bit, too. We're going to get it. So, there's all these platforms and everything you have to go up, and you have to build the nuke in order to keep going up them. I think you have to blow yourself up about 10, 11 times, make sure you have a full health stat in order to get up there. And by the time you've blown yourself up, EG is pissed off. She's like, okay, there better be something good up here. Alright, if we have a little bit of patience, we can get some extra experience. Don't mind me just taking your nano. Thank you. Those again. And ammo when damaged. In a section where we're not going to be getting shot at. Thanks, RNGesus. Jump. Yeah, again, I forget if you can't touch enemies now. They might have updated that, but I don't recall. The game does tell you you can't speak with them. If you try to speak with anyone, the interact button is C. And what that actually does, if your stat is high enough, you can hack their shields and instantly kill them if you're behind them. You need to get away from the door. Actually, no you don't. Just go up this way. Oh, come on. That, and armor upgrade. I still don't have enough points to get that rocket launcher. So, every few floors that you go on, you can increase your level cap just a little more. So the further you are in the game, the higher level you can be. On the harder difficulties, you are limited by how much you can level up per mission. And trying to get all the secrets and everything in that, it's almost guaranteed that you have to find one of the hidden instant level ups that's in every single level. Alright, please don't see me, and you saw me. Nope. Dodged that. I dodged that. Hi, bye. Stuck! Please stop. No, please stop. All right, and we didn't have to break the truce this time. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Nice. You know, I was half tempted with seeing if I could save up some money, because like, oh yeah, we took $100 off the PS4 Pros, and I really want to save and wait for a PS5. Like, I really do. I want to see what they're going to do with the PlayStation VR with that. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with that. But with the Pro being that cheap, I'm just like, I don't know. Nah, I'm going to wait. It's realistically the best choice. Alright, so this conversation again, but it's going to play out just a little bit differently, because he's like, I got a truce with you guys. The least you could do is listen. It's like, truce? What? Dummies. Oh. Thank you, Vitalica. Glad you kept the truce. Wasn't sure to help you or not. Got a bad feeling when you said you were heading up there, though. And really, bastard got what he deserved. Ordering the Alpha Strike was bad enough, but treating his troops at the same time. This... Oh, don't tell anyone you saw me using that weapon, alright? I got it from Yuka Bakara a long time ago. It's like, you just killed our last hope for humanity. Thank you. It's like, oh, hey, you didn't have to kill him, so... No, I do remember I have somewhere to go. Let's just pretend you did it. Despite the fact that a lot of the people can see your kill count and know what you have and haven't done throughout the game. It's just like, oh, just pretend you did it. No one believes that you did it later anyways. I've struck other planets before. This isn't good news. And this is where he mentions his idea that just might work. Because now Dan's big plan is, hey, why don't we just get the other aliens to finally murder the Tazen? And then mission accomplished. Then all the aliens will leave, though. It's great. It's a good idea. Nothing can go wrong. Except for this thing where they talk about Alpha striking the planet. That might be bad. Yeah, the $200 one was the regular one, yeah. Oh, you got the, what was it, the Only on PlayStation pack, I think was what it was called? With God of War, Last of Us Remastered, Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn are fan-freaking-tastic. God of War was one of my biggest surprises last year. I was not expecting to love that as much as I did. It's a very good game. It's especially good if you played the other ones. Seeing Kratos' progression with his character, seeing what he has to go through, especially, you know, with a kid in tow this time, really makes it... He feels different, but it's still Kratos. Like, he's calmed down a lot. Actually, one of the things that really, really pissed me off when people were talking about the new God of War, it's like, oh yeah, you know, this is a much more mature Kratos dealing with, you know, actual mature, topics. There's like actual mature material and everything else like that. He's got a kid to look after. He's much more mellow. He's not going around ripping heads off and spleens going everywhere and everything. The story is much more mature. It's like, did any of these idiots ever play a God of War game before? Like, did you play Chains of Olympus where he has to, you know, push his daughter away in the afterlife in order to, you know, save everyone? Did you get to that point where, you know, he has to bury his brother in Ghost of Sparta? There is some very serious trouble. The part where he has to kill his mom in Ghost of Sparta. Kratos goes through so much shit that he literally puts it all behind him. I won't spoil God of War for you at all. It's very good. One of the best surprises I had that and Spider-Man. Those are both two of the biggest surprise games I had last year. Because Spider-Man, I was like, oh yeah, you know, they'll play it safe. Yeah, it'll just be like a, you know, standard brawler and everything, and just it's the best Spider-Man game I've played since Spider-Man 2. And to think that a movie licensed game could have just been that good, you know? Oh gosh, now that I have a capture card, I gotta play that. We gotta play Spider-Man 2 at some point. All right, so you can actually ride around on these bikes, and in fact, the bikes are needed to get up to a secret. But if you so much as run anyone over with the bike, there goes your pacifist run, because it just one-shots everyone. I am an amazing driver. Look at me go! No. Yeah! Actually, I'm curious about something. You can spread on the shotgun here. Out of the way. Yep, okay. You can still get up here. Nope, we still need the bike. So, one of the hidden skill upgrades is actually up there. You do need the bike to get it. Unfortunately, there's so many aliens in the way, you're bound to run them over. Love all the God of War. Yeah, yeah, me too. I was ecstatic when it came out with the HD versions on the PS3. They're still the best way to play the game. You get every single game on the PS3 with the Saga Collection. One thing that does actually upset me, I never played God of War Ascension until this year when I finally pulled out my PS3 again. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It's a very good game. But it's stuck in the PS3. That's the biggest problem with that. Because that poor game, it tries so hard to run well. But then you get to sections at the end, or even parts of the beginning where, you know, there's buildings collapsing everywhere, all this shit happening. And the poor PlayStation just can't handle it. And God of War 3 got that remaster for the PS4, but, I mean, damn. I think Ascension should get the same treatment. That game would look phenomenal on the PlayStation 4. Ooh, just made that. We're pretty strong to take it down. Yeah, whole whopping strength of 3. Yeah. Yeah! Yeah, we'll just get that. Well, just do it the regular way. Yeah, like I said, I really like Ascension. It definitely feels like the game where they needed to, in fact, God of War 3 was just the game where they were just kind of like, yeah, we should just stop. But then they made Ascension, and it kind of felt like an obligation game, especially with the tacked on multiplayer. I played the multiplayer for a bit. It's fine. But seriously, if they just brought God of War Ascension over to the... No! Don't do that! Oh, tried hacking an alien! Oh, wow, yeah, I haven't tried the Impulse Launcher now that I think about it. I see the range on it. But, yeah, Ascension would benefit greatly from having upgrade. I wasn't expecting the turret to be there. blew myself up. Okay, so all right, this is pretty much just a long-range stun, is what it is. It's pretty handy. What the? Jeez. No, come on. And hold left. I think I can get up here without killing anyone. This bike! Yep! Got it. And this is where you get one of the strongest weapons right from the get-go, but you have to have a Tase and a 10. Thankfully, like I was saying earlier with this update, you just have the straight-up panels that let you upgrade everything, because you used to have to run all the way across the map to go level up your Tasen skill. It was a real pain in the ass. Oh, wow, excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, I can easily recommend God of War, especially since, like, they sell it for, what, $20 now? Yeah, it's a great game for $20. Even if you thought it was just like, oh, look at this Uncharted Tomb Raider wannabe game. Combat too close to the back. I wouldn't pay $60 for one of those. It's like, oh, well, good news, you don't have to now. And if you're really not sure about it, you really don't want to pay that much at all, they've got it up on their PlayStation Now thing. So that's like, what, $5, $7 a month? And you can even play it on your computer with that. So, yeah, I think now's as good a time as any to play something like God of War. Very good. Really looking forward to the sequel. Actually, my roommate and I were talking about if we thought you'd be able to carry over your stuff. Because you unlock a lot of cool things, especially if you beat the game on, give me God of War difficulty, you get 2 neat-looking shields. Pardon me. Yep. Oh, I forgot the bike guy was there. Alright, we're gonna tech our way through this. So how teching works is anytime you get flung up into the air in this game, you can actually control your trajectory and how far you get flung. And since you're invincible when you're invincible when you're getting up, you can fling yourself very far and stop yourself from taking damage from any other enemy. Incredibly handy. I'm just gonna skip through all the logs for now. Was this the secret you need to... Yeah, you need to be able to, like, fling the bike up here. Yep. So there are 2 bikes up there. And in order to get the secret, you have to, I believe you have to fire this with a rocket. Yep. And then you jump on one of those bikes, get all the way down, and jump over there. I believe that's where the poster is. But I don't think... Yeah, we're not going to make it, because we didn't bring the bike from upstairs down here. So we're just going to mosey on out. You want to save the world or not, Eiji? Gosh! Don't get hung up on this one single taste and being nice to you. They're still murderers! Yep, and you get this nice conversation if you've been going pacifist, too. That single nice taste and probably saved my life. Yep. You refuse to send out the signal if you haven't killed any aliens throughout the whole game at this point. So you think that would change a big chunk of the story, of course. Because sending out the signal means that, you know, like, oh, the Komodo are going to stop attacking us. Nope, that's when they decide they're just going to nuke the planet, because we got to be sure. But not sending out the signal basically results in the same things. Like, I can't kill that many people. I just can't do it. Yeah, I was about to say, but, well, the character from before sends out a fake report, trying to disguise it as Komodo, that they surrendered, that there's no more left. The Komodo murdered every single one of the Taisen, and their boss is just like, no, that's fake as fuck. Sweet. So yeah, I've seen a couple of things that are new in this. I'm genuinely intrigued, actually, to see a lot of it. What's the matter? Who sends the call? Uh-oh. Time to go save my brother! And get a bunch of free experience points, because now we're in war, baby. You took my XP, you jerk. I am really surprised that Komodo hasn't killed any of them yet. Really surprised. There we go. There we go. Look out. And this is how you get all of your experience on a pacifist run. Please don't blow any of that up down there. Please. Got all the God of War games used for $6. That's nice. Well, not opening that one now. Yeah, I think, except for Ascension, I own all the God of War games physically now. Let's see. Yeah. Thank you. Pardon me. Got him through. Look out for that. Grab that quick. Oh, gosh. Oh, this is bad. Up! Okay, be careful not to kick that. Careful not to kick that one. I think that shoots rockets. Yeah, and we already missed getting the secret for this thing. Again, not concerned. Kind of doing this stream as more of a... Oh, hey, guys, yeah, by the way, there's this great game called EG. It exists. You should play it. It's pretty good. And I wanted to do something small before I started using the capture card again. I tested it today to make sure it was working. It works fine, but the sound quality is a little... Yeah, I'll get an Elgato next time. Let's just say paying about $60, $70 for a capture card shows. I was really hoping one was going to be on sale for Black Friday. I'm in Elgato, but that's a no. Wow, I teched all the way down to the bottom. Where did she go? And just like that, everyone's just like, yeah, I don't want to fight anymore. Ouch! No. And we died. Oh no, we can still totally get the secret. I forget what stat you needed for it, though. Ah, we're just gonna get the crack up all the way now. Gotta get my crack to level 10. I think it was, there's a door you needed to open for strength to get it? Do it! Get out. Alright, back down. There should be some stuff we can grab now. Here comes another one. Good job killing your own guy, dingus. No, can you two just kill each other? Please. Please. No, I guess that's too much to ask for. Jump, dive, kick, it's all in your mind. Yep. Thanks for that. I needed that resonance detonator right in my face. I couldn't think of a better place for it. Oh, I missed that. You need to shoot that again. Come on. Come on. Ah, I'm trying to dodge this other one. Get up there. There we go. Got it. Super Juice 5000! Simply align your planetary juice receivers to the Super Juice 5000 facility of your choice. 80% recycled heavy doesn't materials. Doesn't taste like battery acid at all. Oh, shh. Yeah. So oh no, wait. I have cracking. I should be able to do this now. But can I do it without killing them? Don't you dare get next to that window. I swear. Son of, how far back did you need to be? Nah, I'm not gonna worry about it. All that juicy experience. Don't take that. Nope. That was mine. You can't have it. Job killing your own guys. Yeah. One. No, that doesn't count as a kill for me. How was I supposed to know that was going to open that door, huh? Now, even though I'm going through this game pacifist, that does not mean actually using your weapon sucks, or that it gets you a worse ending. Oh no, far from it. Good job. The weapons and the skills you get in this game are phenomenal. In fact, one of the best skills in the entire game involves owning every single weapon, and I believe you have to have fused every weapon too. And then when you're down on the ground after getting hit recoil, you hold down C and get back up, and you literally launch a nuke that one-shots everything on the screen. It's freaking amazing. Isn't this the level where you get the second jump upgrade? Pardon me. Where's at the next level? Get the next level. Hey guys. Yeah, now the game will pretty much tell you what a lot of the weapon combinations are, but there's nothing stopping you from just trying everything until it eventually works. There it is. No! Don't dare. I need that one. I got it still. Run. What's up? I'm taking this even though I don't need it. Still invisible? Nope, no armor damage. Even better. Huh. I think that's what we'll be able to come out of. Yeah, that whole series of blog books. There are two Tazen who are hooked up with each other, and you can read their logs throughout the whole game and find out that they're trying to look for each other. If you go through the whole game without killing any aliens, they do survive. So many little things affect changes in dialogue in this. It's not just going through the game full pacifist. Deciding to listen to certain instructions from characters, going through the levels in certain ways. There's even a section later on, again required for a pacifist run, where you can essentially skip a boss fight. And if you do that, you do not need to worry about said boss ever again. He considers it such a dishonor that you skipped his boss fight that he kills himself. Oh, I almost screwed that up. Nice! I have full ammo and everything. Oh, hey, passive weapon usage. Passive version of Tasing the Devastator uses 3 ammo to stun everyone in a large radius. Attack stat dramatically increases stun duration. Remember to press on to switch passive. Oh, okay. Neat. I love seeing that there's new logs for that in this. But, I haven't leveled up Tasing to 10. So, we're just gonna go up. We can focus on getting all those skill upgrades. When I do a non-pacifist route in this. Excuse me. Hilarious. Oh, just looking at my health. For what's about to come up. Now I'm curious. Oh, yeah, we can just do this boss fight normally. Because you don't actually kill Asha. Actually, one of the best ways to kill Asha is if your strength's high enough. I don't know if it is actually. You wait for him to charge up one of his attacks and just kick him. But we are going to... How about I pick up more rockets? There's got to be more over here. Whatever. I guess we're gonna kill him the slow way. Really slow. I remember him actually taking damage from that. Hey, dingus! to use your melee. Come on. Suck at your job. What is that? I do not remember him throwing these down before. That's new. You know what it is? It's to... it's to stop the usual technique of fighting him where you literally just stand in place, and this is just the whole boss fight. You just do that. Clever move, Dan. Very clever. Definitely keeps speedrunners on their toes. Can you break that? No, I think you just gotta... No. No, he's doing the thing. Don't do the thing. Got him. At least I didn't have to kill him. All right. Oh. Let's see. Is it almost 8:30 now? Yep, sure is. Okay. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here for tonight. So, yeah, EG. My biggest complaint about it before was that you couldn't play it properly on Windows 10. Or even 7, I think. But Dan upgraded the game to run on the newest version of GameMaker, added in a bunch of new content, stuff I haven't even seen before. I'm amazed at this. I'm really just gonna have to sit down and play through this whole thing now. Yeah, definitely check out EG. If you like EG, check out Dan Romar's other stuff too. Again, check out It'll Do 1 and 2. They're great games. I think 2's even on the Switch now. Definitely play those. So, I'm gonna go ahead and... Boop. There we go. Okay. Well, that was the stream for tonight. Now that I have a capture card, I'm going to have a very hard time deciding what I want to play next, because I can pretty much stream anything now. The only thing I can't stream is games that need AV cables, so I can't stream any of my older consoles or anything like that. But I might either get a converter or see about just getting something else that'll let me stream them. I just said stream like 4 times. Yeah, I think I might keep up on my promise of last time. We might play Condemned 2 next week. It's going to be December next month. It's the perfect time to play a game like that. I think it's actually set. During the last part of the year too, because I remember it's snowing at some point in that game. I don't know. It's been forever since I played it. So yeah, we'll wrap the stream up here tonight. Thank you for everyone who came. As usual, you guys are the best. And have a great night. Happy belated Thanksgiving, and take care.